Hey and welcome back. In the previous video, we have learned how to set up the WebSocket client connection inside our React.js project. Now it's time to add the components to current project look like this one. I'll go ahead and copy and paste one by one and explain to you what are they doing. So it's simple. Your ID card, which is here, this one here, you will just click on that button and it will say that the ID is copied, and simply just copy the ID inside your clipboard of your Windows or your OS or whatever. Now the next one is who to call components. As you can see, it's just a simple input that receive and a button that whenever you click it will give you back the target that you just simply clicked. Simple as that, just this one. And the next one is the header that you can see is saying about the project and everything else. Not a big deal. Now the next one is the snack bar, or the dialog that shows the someone is calling you. For example, let's copy and test this one. Yeah, this one. It has two buttons with two callbacks that you can use on your screen, that whenever one of the buttons it clicks, you'll notice that, hey, the yes buttons or no button is clicked. So the last one is call component, which handles the entire call process inside this one. I'll explain to you what happens, details small by small, but first let's go ahead and add this stuff inside our main screen and then follow the flow and see how everything is going on here. But first, let's actually go inside our utils file and create two states for it. Actually, two enums like classes that will talk about state of the call and state of the WebSocket. So first, I'm going to create the call state file. It's going to be a class of name call state. So let's say the first one is waiting. The value is going to be waiting. The next one is on call. Value is going to be same. Next one is received call, closed, and error. Export this module. And the next one is socket state. It's going to be same structure with the call state. The first one is going to be connected and the next one is disconnected. Let's also export this module. Now let's go inside our main screen and inside our return block. First we want to add a div with the class name of main screen. Let me actually copy and paste my CSS file of the entire project, apps.css, which contains this main screen tag here. And then we want to check the state and show the components one by one. But first we want to have the state right here. So let's create a use state with name call status and set call status. And it's going to be a use state with initial state of call state dot waiting. Let's import this call state from call state. Now let's go back to our return block. The first thing that we need to check is if call status is not equal to call state dot on call, then we want to have our main header. And call status is going to be call status. Simple as that. It's going to be same for our your ID card, and the user ID is going to be my user ID.current. Now it's time to show the who to call component. So first we want to check if call status is equal to call, and socket status that I don't have here. Let's go up and create something like this exactly. Socket status, set socket status. It's a use state of socket state dot disconnected on the beginning. But right here, whenever the socket is opened, we want to set socket status to socket state dot connected, and for the close we want to make it simple as that. Now let's go back here and we want to check if the socket status is equal to socket state dot connected. Hopefully you guys understand what's going on here. Then we want to show our who to call. That has one callback here that we will create in a second. On call target pressed. We should make it up here. On call target pressed. It will have a target as the input and do something here. Now it's time to add the incoming call notification with checking of call status is equal to call state dot received call. Add incoming call snack bar. So the caller ID is going to be target.current. It's actually the target that we want to call. I'll instantiate it exactly like my user ID. Let's say target is equal to, it's a simple use ref with the empty string initial. So whenever we receive the call or we decide to call who, we are going to fill this one with our targets. But right here, this incoming snack bar is expecting to have a string as the caller. Now there are two callbacks left. The first one on accept is going to have accept incoming call, and the on reject will also have reject incoming call. Let's close this one and add these callbacks. Incoming call doesn't have anything, and then reject incoming call. Now it's time to update the state based on the signal that we receive here. To do that, we have to handle the incoming messages here. We are going to write a function named handle incoming messages, which will receive the message here like this, and then we are going to call it here. So we will create a switch case based on message.type. Now we need to know about the type of the signal that we are going to receive. So that's why I'm going to create another class named signal types. It's going to be like this: start call is equal to start. And like this, let's export this module. Default signal types. Let's go back to main screen. The first case is going to be signal types that start call. We want to set the target to sender of this message. Makes sense, huh? Let's not forget to break this case. Right after receiving this start call, we want to set status to received call, of course, because we just received the call. And in case of accept call, which means we asked for a call, now the target accepted the call. So we again want to set the target to sender of this message again, and set call status to call state.onCall. And last, in case of end call received, we simply want to set the call status to call state.waiting, just like that. Now our client knows how to handle the incoming signals, but it doesn't know how to send signals, like someone's trying to call, or someone accepted the call or rejected the call. To do that, let's create a signal sender class that helps sending data to the socket clients and to other peer, of course. Let's name it signal sender. It's going to be signal sender class. You of course want to export this module. Now it's time to add the constructor with socket client to it. Check if socket client is not valid. We want to throw the exception says socket client is required to initialize signal sender. And then if it not, we want to set the socket client of this class to the socket client from the constructor. This class will have some functions like send reject call. It will receive sender and target. Simple as that. All it does, it will create a message like this, a simple JSON. The type of it is going to be signal types dot reject call. Sender is going to be sender, and target, of course, is going to be target. Now we need a function that uses the socket client and send data to socket client. So we will have data, and all it does, it tries to use socket client and send data to host like this, and we can catch the failure here like this. Simple as that. Now let's go up here again and send data, the message. Let's add other cases here. Next one is send start call. It has exact same structure with reject call. We'll have the sender and the target. We are going to actually create the message again, but this time the type is going to be start call. Let's copy and paste again for send accept call, and the last one is going to be send end call. The type is going to be end call. Now let's go back to our main screen, create another use state, set signal sender. We are going to instantiate it like this because this has to be instantiated right after the WebSocket is being created. It's equal to use state of null. And down here, after we set up the socket client successfully, we want to create the signal sender instance like this, new signal sender, and pass the socket clients to it. Then set signal sender instance to signal sender. Now let's go to the callbacks that we simply just created. The first one is on call targets. We want to use signal sender and send start call signal. Actually, we know we are the sender and the target is going to be the target inside the text field of the who to call. For the accept incoming call, we simply want to set call status first to call state.onCall and send the accept call to the target, just like that. Same goes for reject call. We want to set call status to waiting again. It means that we just rejected the call. Also using signal sender, send reject call. Same sender and same targets. Now if we rerun this version on this port, you can see we are connected. Let's run our main source on port 73 like this. We should be able to send signal to these clients. Yes. And same goes for this one. from the old one to new one. Yep, we can see the incoming notification, and we are good to go. Now that we know how to send and receive the start call signal, it's time to actually move to the next video for setting up the call and start the real call. Okay, so that's it for this video. Till the next video, see you everyone.